Hey guys, this is Rocket Rower. I'm starting out streaming on Kerbal Space Program for the first time. My other channel is mostly just me playing metal bass covers, but this one I'm going to, show off some of my true nerd skills. Um, I'm an aerospace engineer. I'm studying rocket science, basically, in a real life, at MIT. And the problem has come up to me that my friend, who's studying computer science, is better at Kerbal than me by orders of magnitude. And as a rocket scientist, I cannot let the computer scientists of the world, well, I guess he considers himself a computer engineer, so I cannot let the computer engineers of the world become better at space. That's what we're supposed to have a claim on. So I designed this little thing. It's a cool little ship. I'll use it for my first video. I think it's pretty fancy. So what happens is it's a high altitude plane, flies really fast, really high, and then it launches a baby little satellite, like communication satellite for, I don't know, whatever it's broadcasting to the other side of Kerbal to the dead grass over there. It's the only inhabited part. But it's meant to launch baby satellites basically it gets in space, not a super accurate orbit, but it's still pretty exciting because it needs almost no rocket power, and the entire first stage is reusable. Similar concepts like this in real life are strato launch, orbital. Friends working there. So started the little satellite motor on. Don't want that. Yeah, orbital has strato launch and Pegasus, both of which are shut down. Okay. Actually, I think I want to. Sorry for the changes up here. Want to make sure it's good. Actually, going with it. Oh, that is a separate stage. Oh, I got to redo these stages anyway. One cool feature about this plane, I designed the plane and I tried to characterize it as best I could, doing a bunch of high altitude fast stuff. The entire cockpit can jettison using all these millions of separatrons, and it has radially attached parachutes. The original intent of this was to fly a shuttle on top of it on this little connector node here, and it throws off the center mass a lot. So as far as I've gotten, I can only launch this little baby satellite, which is basically a fuel can with solar cells and a probe on it. But we'll see if I can't get a man to launch on that. Bottom lift, million air intakes, flying super high altitude, screaming fast. I'm not actually going to recover the plane because I'm going to be so focused on the satellite that the plane's going to cease to exist. But pretend that it doesn't have to deal with it at the moment. Access within here, make it out. So one of my rare planes can actually take off without using lift at the end of the runway is takeoff support. This is pretty good test ratio. Pretty decent. Get up to altitude, race less fuel. Map mode. Pretty maneuverable actually. Going through the barrel, I'm not going through the barrel. One of my favorite games is Star Fox 64. No, in the game it's not real developable. It's go where it's full of work through aerospace. Well, I guess aerospace nerd. It's but this needs to be good. I'm up at every position. great about the plane is I designed it to be not only high performance and high flying and stuff, but really easy to control. It's very controllable. It's a lot of work. It looks simple, but simplest designs are often most elegant. It's meant to fly really high, really fast, and be a platform for other launchers. I tried to make it into an SSTO, but it was really complicated. I have a different design for an SSTO that I'll show you guys in a minute. It has ion and gets into orbit, barely into the orbit, and just ion fly by. I try to modify it so it can land on the moon, but it's that way they don't use it. Also in the the engines are all located aft, so if it's flame out, it doesn't. So we're flying at over 21K, picking up speed like a mother, you know what. But not even down a little bit. Still point forward. Still have nominal control of the engine's flamed out, but when we come back down, I'll get control of it. I feel like this is exactly what I was talking about. Despite losing an engine, still doing a pretty solid job. Still flying. I'll put stuff into space a little bit. We'll control this thing back, don't you worry. Had it fly intercontinentally, spinning out like crazy. Yeah. It'll stabilize, don't you worry. No need to worry. Clearly not how this is intended to go. See, look how fast, how high I'm gliding up. Clearly too high for this mission. Once we start to lose a bit of this altitude, be able to actually fly this thing like a plane again. Sorry about the delay. Well, at least you get to hopefully not put my foot in my mouth with saying how robust and awesome my design is. Just do a max altitude, see how high I can get this scoop up. Okay. Back on target. Target, I mean the programmed vector. Flying up. That's how most planes like to fly. I can go into a whole thing about aerodynamics about how planes fly upside down because tell you what, it's not renewably that makes the plane fly. I'm gonna start throttling back up. Planes are no longer tuned up. So fast, it's going pretty darn fast. So, trying to get a little too low. Just right on the edge of being able to fly in atmosphere. Generate more power. Again, get it going as fast and as high as I can without something less than this primary control to the rest. Yeah, I was just joking at the beginning about my friend here. Computer scientists, one of the best friends. Dork nerd. Check out his video in the description. He's done way cool stuff with purple, and I'm just pretending to catch up to him. It'll be a while. We'll go through my side here. Which is also designed so I've been south to organize the contract. You'll see what I can do actually fly these spaceships. Because I'm already into space. I'll work on making the gear to almost at orbital velocity. Hanging out this way. Right on the edge of it. Kilometer, 1,000. So let's see. The limits mentioned right here. It starts clearly. Still have over half the fuel. Hang over 2,000 meters per second now. Still pending the general public conjunction. I'm going to go ahead and launch the satellite. We're ready. I'm ready to really about how fast this goes. Alright. Switch to the satellite. Beam up. Alright. FOAPS, 130,000. And look at that. It has half the speed of an orbit already. So I'm going to time warp this up a little bit. We're going to lose some of the FOAPS as we coast out of the atmosphere here. But it should start to 50,000. Little baby satellite. Little CubeSat type thing. Doesn't have any payload on it, but could probably put a little bit on. Coast up to the FOAPS, which is still 119,000. My plane's, you know, on a suborbital trajectory halfway around the planet. Maybe if I'm able to switch back to it, it's coasting up to 42,000 feet by itself. It's actually passing us. Pretty robust plane. I'm gonna actually time warp now. Aim it. Prograde. Everything I got left to put it into play. Look at that. No problem. In space. I'm gonna see if I can't switch back to the plane on the ground here. Okay. Hey, look at that. Still alive. Still coasting. We're coasting into space. Pretty chill. Straight chilling like a villain. Look at all the momentum I was able to build up and coast up to the edge of space, basically. I bet I could get this going fast enough to shoot it into orbit, but then I would have no way of getting it back, which would be pretty awkward. But hey, maybe I'll be able to launch the thing into space, recover it, come back. How far around the Earth are we? I could theoretically coast this. I could try to fly an in-atmosphere orbit here, make it all the way back to KSC. So you saw me launch the little probe off. I've done a bunch of those. If you couldn't tell, there's like 6 of them in orbit. As soon as I decided this idea, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the coolest thing. I even put one in a polar orbit. Oh, that's an anti-miracle. Well, I tried to put one in a polar orbit. One of the ones I launched way out here because I was so enthralled with this. I'm like, showed all my friends in person. I'm like, look, guys, I can launch a little thing into space. And they're like, well, this is cool, I guess. I mean, it's a game. And I'm like, no one understands. But anyways, I think I'm going to take advantage of these like almost no drag suborbital pops here. Do a bunch of little jaunts through the atmosphere, make it hopefully land this plane back on the runway. There it goes. Let's hear this. It's actually gonna be the first time I try to actually recover one of these planes after launching the satellite. Usually I just like pretend that, oh yeah, I probably made it. Still a little too high. Trying to get into the atmosphere a bit thicker now. Also been my first time circumnavigating the world in one of these things. So if this works out, it's YouTube history. If not, well, I'm going to edit out this half of the video and just leave you at the look, it made it into space part. So, okay, control back. Pointed roughly program. I think the atmosphere is a little thin to be. Oh, flying upside down. A little unstable right now just because it's gone so fast. I don't have any thrust pushing on it. Okay, here we go. I'll back up. Wait, pilot. Oh, look at that. Right back in the normal operation. Going real fast again. Trying to launch it in a suborbital trajectory. Because we have quite a distance to go. Almost all the way around the world again. In fact, yeah, let's just keep going this instead of trying to turn back. Yep. Close to the edge of space. Tumble back, recover. Vicious. Way up that high, you won't have much drag. Basically, just ride out. Use the kinetic energy to go farther without time. If I say anything religious on science, I bet it's like totally up to school. My teeth straight. Just watching science up. Plus, Scribble's fun without blowing up. See how far this skip takes me. Up to the middle of the ocean-ish. Not too bad. Oh, this one gets me up to 79,000. The Earth is rotating the right way. That would actually. Look how high we're gonna get. We're gonna like intersect some of my orbital things. How high is this? 2-man good lander with transit stage and launcher. I think that was part of my obsolete naming system on this save file, but I think next time I want to get a little more horizontal velocity before I take this thing out too far. Look, I can actually like fast time warp. Like really going. Back in the atmosphere. Use my monoprop to try to launch me into a little orbit type thing. Docking mode, aim it forward, program. And over the big blue ocean. This is gonna take a while, so maybe during the these parts out of the video, I can upload it. Actually, pretty low. Should start trying to get some control of this thing. Trying to get going a little faster. Nice thing about Delta V and Wing. know, it looks like I'm not enough fuel and not enough fuel. Plenty enough to get home and launch a satellite. They launch it from the satellite up to the city. That's the thing, which fish more. Next step would be trying to figure out how much heavy companies without going off the center mass. I can do things off of this. Oh, look at this. I'm pretty fast. Keeps moving the apoaps out. Eventually we'll be able to make it all the way back to home base here. We're more than halfway around the world at this point. Yep. Got us and then so picking up speed. Power plug. Coast up 38,000. That one got a lot more range, that little hop there. So, this is why I put RCS on this. It's pretty scary trying to regain control. Turning power really help. Power flying straight, scary, but I can get back down a little bit more. I can follow up. Wait for the intake area to get back up there. Flying edge of space is the way to go. I really want to make this into an SST. The engine arrangement's kind of tricky. I should just try putting the regular engine on it and see how it works. But they are prone to overheating, and plus I'd have to figure out where to put the liquid oxidizers. So, I don't know. This thing's really optimized just for being a fast airplane. I think it's cool enough at that. Over this big Pangea-like continent. Take care is, oh, it goes up higher when you're in time warp. Time warp and try to fly it here. This is a time warp that makes the intake area like artificially high. Sorry if the commentary is a little patchy or unexciting. This is my first real YouTube video where I actually talk to people. So, if there's anything interesting you want to know about me, just go ahead and comment it. I'll do my best to entertain you guys. Right now I'm just was originally just trying to show off the fact that I can launch satellites from an airplane. But now I'm like one-upping myself, trying to get this thing back to its home base, which, you know, considering it's flying tail first, is a bit of a precarious situation right now. Might have mentioned this earlier in this video, or might have been in a previous take where I screwed up. I think it was in a previous take. So my friend Derp Nerd video is in the description below. Check out his stuff; it's really cool. We're going to have a space race when the contract system comes out in version 0.24, and basically it's going to be some competition, some metrics defined by viewers, or either fastest, cheapest, or some other measure of success that has like superlative space flight competition mission that involves some concrete target. My suggestion for a concrete target is land and return to every body in the Kerbal system. But considering neither of us have ever actually done that, it would be quite ambitious to do it in the first version of a contract. But I think it'd be really cool to go where no man's gone before. Heavily, a game, a pair of friends should commit themselves to achieving the goal before this summer is out, landing a Kerbal in every body, celestial body, and returning safely to Kerbal. I think that would be really enjoyable, but it'd be difficult. I think it'd be fun. So I'll try to convince you to that. If you have any other intermediate ideas that might be more palatable, I would appreciate them in the comments. I think it'd be cool to do that video like with my attempt to reach Kerbal, your attempt to reach Kerbal. They think he's doing a better job. I think his designs are cool because his creative. I said, think too much about it. It's been about as still good as I've also been told that I'm up too fast. So you're not getting any of this at all. I apologize, I tried to put it in. We're cruising across this put up in space. It's a pretty good scheme. Developers of this game really good job. It's one of my favorite games of all time. The favorite games include Halo, Reach, Jump Meet, Pokemon Gold, Animal Crossing for GameCube, Civilization 4. This is a pretty eclectic mix but a wide range of games. Oh, right now we're going to be coasting a little past the Space Center. Still have 20% of the fuel, and we're within 20% of the Earth. Considering fuel goes farther, the lighter your plane gets. I think we're doing a pretty okay job. We might be able to make a launch into orbit, launch satellite payload into orbit, recover plane, circumnavigate the Earth, all in a day's work. Set up a whole fleet of these things, flying around the clock, missions into space. Except for the payload's super tiny, we'd have to figure out a better way to launch stuff with it. Build a space station in a few days by using any stages. I think reusable single stage orbit stuff can be pretty useful in contract mode where you have to recover things to get money back. Also goes to the whole SpaceX, I'm going to recover the whole first stage, save on costs. It's pretty creative. I don't have enough fuel to go all the way back to this. And we're climbing again. Higher altitude this time. A little precarious in the fuel situation. Try to make landfall here. That's Look at that. Drag will no doubt take us not quite as far as we want to go. Hey, we're getting a lot closer. Look at how high we're going. We're not going to lose a lot of speed to drag on this flight. This could be doable, guys. It's looking more and more nail-biting as the mission goes on. You know, the first round trip. I always thought I could do it in this plane. Thought, nah, I'm almost out of fuel. So this accidental method of blasting myself in a suborbit. If we can clear the mountain range, I assume we're pretty close because it's deceivingly looks far on the map, but it's pretty close to Kerbin. The space in it, where that is. I landed a little flag on top of the mountain once because testing out my land on any planetary body lander, which is pretty cool, but I never actually used it for anything. This is kind of like my sandbox where I would like, I'm going to rigorously engineer things and then figure out where I'm going to go with them. That's kind of like what NASA's doing now. I like the contract system because it gives me goals. Science, after this was all before the science edit came out. And I'm like, I'm going to do science things. I don't want planes to be. Rockets ended up being like super boring. Like, designed to, designed to get science. I have some good ones from that I'll have to show you guys. I did one mission where I landed on Jules' two lightest moons. Probably doesn't do me any good to talk about these now. You probably actually want to see them. So many missions all the way back to get the location. Back from the period of my flying right now, so Roger was just so sorry. It's gonna be dark coming into land. It's no bueno. I mean, lights on this thing out of all of its amazing capabilities. Probably a pretty good glide ratio. Where's the map? Off the ocean. There's always the emergency. Always the escape system. Not quite an ejector seat, but ejector cockpit. It's actually a pretty okay glide path. This is a responsiveness. I have to use RCS for landing, but I have more than enough monoprop to do that. Try to pitch us up a little bit. Right around the gliding. Too shabby. This is the tense part of the mission. I'm shocked if I actually land it. I don't think the gear generates a lot of drag, so I'm just going to go ahead and lower it now so I don't forget. I need to bleed off some altitude. I don't want to waste it. And I don't want to be pitched down. Things, I'm pushing S all the way here and it's not really changing angle too quick. Here, I'm going to try to get a little lower. Pull up and use engines. shabby. Coming down, it looks bad, I know. It's pretty good for a glide path. So close to home. Final home stretch. Don't wanna lose it on this. Launch first. Oh, like the 5th plane launch satellite. First circumnavigation of Kerbin in atmosphere. Well, in atmosphere for a large portion of it, I guess. Technically, a bunch of like linked suborbital hops. But no rocket propulsion was used. And for pretty solid lineup, it looks like. Gear is down. Double checking. Pitching up here. Don't like bottom on the deck. Need to get rid of some of this altitude, so I start pitching up now. I'm just going to glide off the other runway. I can always fire up the engines again if needed. I used to play Microsoft Flight Simulator a lot as a kid. I did all the like, not just the like missions, but like on Flight Simulator 2004 when they had the actual flight pilot training you like how to fly a Cessna. I actually did those and like got certificates, put them on my wall. I wanted to be an aerospace engineer. I don't know why I made the decoupler noise. It's a little unsettling, but you know, I'm gonna start. You're gonna see us here try to control this thing. I want to hit the ground too fast. Touchdown. That wasn't even hard. Unplanned recovery of the plane. Launched the satellite. I was just gonna leave it. I was gonna crash in the ocean. Switch back, land it on the runway. This is my first video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Check out my friend Derp Nerd. His videos in the description below. Yeah, have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.